Hello everybody, it's Fiona here, and in this week's video I will be finishing off these art journals. So it's part 3 of making my own art journals. These are my first ever attempt at making art journals, so if I were to make them again I'd do a few things differently, but this is how these ones have turned out and I think they're rather nice. So today I'm finishing off this art journal, well, a couple of them actually. First I'm going to make the cover title. I've already written this out with my ink pen. So I'm going to cut around here, across there, and back it with a little bit of this colour, then this colour, and last of all this, and then I'll stick it onto the front of the journal. So I've almost finished making these 3 art journals. It's been a long time since I've worked in them because I've been busy with many other projects as usual. But I'm going to visit my friends and my sister. We're going to have a little weekend together. Today is Thursday and tomorrow I'm going to go and get the train to visit my friend Karen with my sister Annie. And I should give them their art journals, so I need to get them ready and get a little video of them because I've spent a long time working in these and I've absolutely loved making them, and I know I'm going to I look forward to working in mine, so I hope that Anne and Karen enjoy them too. So what I'm going to do is just maybe take a pen, maybe a white pen as well, and see if there's any embellishments I need to do. See if I need to put any Posca pens, just play it by ear. I'm going to go through and just see what needs doing basically. Okay, let's start with this one. So I've just glued titles here that I've made. So this is just written with one of these pens, a Uniball I. So I've got a selection of pens here, a few Posca pens, gold pen, a white jelly roll, and I'm just going to finish this journal off just however I see fit when I open it and see where we've got to. So let's have a look. Okay, so I've sewn this, it's just a normal button, but this is made out of paper. I will cover that with a little bit of this stuff. So I'll do that now. Just going to I might just round the corners off a little bit. So it isn't a perfectly symmetrical shape. I'm not a perfectly symmetrical person, I'm afraid, so if things come out a bit wonky, I think it adds to the appeal of it being a handmade book. AI can't make this for you folks, can it? One thing AI can't really do, I don't think. Make a little pocket to go here maybe. stick a little note in. I'm going to rip it. I think hand ripped looks quite nice. I've laminated this little bit of paper here to do my gluing on, just to save my work surfaces a little bit. It looks a little bit like a little luggage ticket. You could write your name and address or your phone contact number there maybe. So the idea of adding these little embellishments, these little pockets and little cards, is to provide some ideas to bounce off throughout the art journal. So I want to sort of have it quite balanced, where there's lots of blank pages for people to work in, just do whatever they want, but also there are just some little prompts and ideas to work from. So for example, you might follow through with a colour scheme or a shape that you see in the book, or just do whatever you want in it. For me, one of the hardest things when I'm working in a sketchbook is actually deciding what to draw, and I think that's probably the same for lots of people, maybe especially us ADHDers out there. So I think it's a nice little idea just to provide some sort of inspiration. You know, you can open the book, you can instantly have an idea rather than pondering for ages, or what shall I draw? You know, this can waste a lot of time and be a bit overwhelming sometimes. So that's the idea behind it, and hopefully it will help to sort of diminish those overwhelming feelings. So while you watch me finishing off this sketchbook, embellishing all these little cards and things, I will explain what it is that I would change about these art journals if I were to make them again. The main thing being the number of pages per signature. Now I've just made 2 signatures per book, but they've got a lot of pages in each. So the problem with that is that when you go to work in the journal, it's hard to open the book flat, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to work in. And also the spine of the book is made with very, very stiff cardboard, so if I were to do it again, I would sew the signatures onto fabric. The spine of the book would be soft then, and this would hopefully make it open out easier and make the pages lie flat. So that's the main thing that I would change if I were to do these again. Here I've given the user some little foam sheets to make their own stamps. Like I've used stamps here, I've made those out of these sheets. Just cut your shape out, glue it onto any flat surface like a little box or a lid. I'll show you what I used another time. You can see in other videos that I do love to use stamps to embellish things. That needs just a little something here. Here's another pocket there to hide things in there. I liked this idea. I came up with this idea of just cutting some like rooftop shapes out and a little bit of paper behind. I love that look. This needs a little something. Fold in half down the middle. Let's show the kids this one at school when they get the craft stuff out on a Friday afternoon. Explore your materials. Do you have any supplies that you never use? Why not give them an airing? Can't think what to do? You could swatch your inks, watercolours, coloured pencils, gel pens, pastels. You can fix page with hairspray. You can do a messy, random swatch or a neat, organised swatch. And some more simple ideas. Choose a colour and fill a page with just that colour. Search through all your supplies to find them. Fill a page with circles, triangles, squares, flowers, butterflies, rectangles, dots, stripes, grids, zigzags. The list is endless, really. So that's just a little ideas prompt card. Well, that's about it for adding all the little embellishments. Let's have a look at the completed art journals at last. Thank you so much for watching this far into the video, and if you've enjoyed it, please consider hitting the subscribe button, the like button, or leaving a comment. That would be absolutely lovely. I'm really trying to get this channel off the ground, so that would make my day. And here's journal number 2. And here is a little look at the ideas prompt cards that I've made to put inside these journals. And finally, here is journal number 3. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you have, and I will see you next time. Bye.